What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Little Helpful Files. My name is Lindsay. We do cash budgeting, mini savings challenges, zero-based budgeting, and a little bit of life in general, all through the glory and by the grace of God. So in today's video, I am going to be giving you guys an update on our HELOC. So I did a video when we first opened it, and this is kind of like a 6-month update here on our first lien HELOC. And I'm really excited to just tell you guys how it's been going. So if you guys are not really familiar with what I'm talking about, I highly recommend you to watch the first video that I did. I'll leave the link in the description, where I just kind of talk about a first lien HELOC and our process with starting that and opening it up. And then this, we will go into more of kind of where we are after 6 months of actually having it. Again, this video is just for entertainment. This is just for me to be able to share with you guys the journey that we've been on and the way that this system has worked for us. But it's also an encouragement to remind you guys that sometimes it's okay to think outside the box, and it's okay to do something different, because you just never know what blessing might be through that. So let me go ahead and kind of let you guys know what's been going on and update you on this. So I'm sure the first question would be, what do we think about this? Has this process worked for us? And I would say a resounding yes. So when we first opened this, we were not sure what to expect. Like I told you guys in the first video, we had to kind of be used to doing things different, keeping our checking account at zero, because all of the money that you get for the month, you really want to be throwing that at the first lien HELOC to keep the interest rates down. So in this whole process, look at the beautiful sun shining through, just to show again the goodness of God and his beauty. So when we first opened this, there's like an adjustment periods, right? So there's like a month or two where you don't exactly know what your monthly payment's going to be. Well, then it started to kind of even out. However, we had neighbors that sold a home, and we saw that the market was increasing. So we spoke to the person that we've been working with at the bank, and they actually said that we could go ahead and basically refinance our HELOC. Now, refinancing a HELOC is way different than refinancing a mortgage. There were no closing costs. And essentially what this was doing was allowing us to have more equity, but also to lower our interest rate. And this was something we had to be okay with being different. It had only been a couple months, and we were already talking about, basically refinancing the HELOC, but it's just different in how it works. It's so different than a mortgage. So we moved forward with it. We had to get our house like reappraised, and we did get it reappraised for much more, and we ended up being able to basically pay off the first HELOC, open up a new HELOC. And again, no closing costs. And we also were able to lower our interest rate by 1 percentage point. So since we started back in like November, when it fully went through to like the first lien HELOC, to now, our monthly payment, this is our monthly interest payment, has dropped almost $500, okay? So initially when we saw what our monthly like mortgage payment would be, it was definitely way higher than what we were expecting or wanting. But with us doing it this way, we've been able to pay down on the total balance, which has decreased the amount of interest, which has decreased our interest only payment. It has just worked out so well, and it's been amazing to see this process. Again, something I was totally unfamiliar with prior to doing it, something I was a little bit hesitant with, but we're seeing the way that it works, and we're seeing it, it's paying off. So we are at the point where our loan to value ratio should be getting pretty close to about 80%. So we would see then another decrease in the interest amount that we're getting charged, which is awesome. So in terms of our feelings on it after just having this for 6 months, we are loving it. It is working out really well for us. We're seeing the fruit of it kind of already paying off. And just the way that this process works is so different, but it allows us to still have access to our cash if we needed it. But we are aggressively trying to pay down that loan. And of course, the more that we can pay down, the more that we can pay on it, the lower our monthly interest payment will be. So I will definitely continue to keep you guys updated on this. I think if you're in a position where this makes sense for you, it is absolutely worth doing it. Again, this is not for everybody. So the resources that I had recommended with the Replace Your Mortgage and Fantastic Finances, they give a lot of great info, and you can kind of watch some of their videos just to get a feel and an idea of is this something that is feasible for you right now? And if it's not, maybe it's something that you could work towards in the future. Because again, you do have to have a really good handle on your budget, and you want to have a good credit score. You want to make sure you're in a very stable financial position before doing this. So paying down other debt would be helpful. But I just think that it's awesome to, again, just kind of rethink the process, the system, same way that we do with our cash budgeting and our, cash envelope system. This is just another example of that. It is rethinking, reimagining what everybody has told us is the only option. And, mortgages anymore, I just think that because of the house prices, it's not always the best option, the way to go. So looking into something like this is a great idea. I will make sure to continue to keep you guys updated along this process, but if you have a specific question, feel free to leave it below. I may not be able to answer it because, again, I'm not, any type of financial advisor or professional in that realm or manner. I'm just giving you our experience, our personal journey with this, because I think it's so good to share and encourage others. It's very much the same in how we can learn from one another with cash envelopes. Of course, we're still going to have our own unique individual way of doing it, of going about it, certain things that are going to work for us. So as always, I recommend you do your own research with this. I also recommend just praying and taking it to the Lord and seeking His will and His plan in this whole process, because that is what my husband and I have done from the beginning. And we've just continued to kind of navigate through all of these different things, but also relying and trusting in knowing the Lord is going to help lead us and guide us through what we're doing. So I pray that this video has blessed you guys, and like I said, stay tuned. I will make sure to continue to update you guys. I probably will try to do another update in about 6 months, unless you guys have some, topics or questions around the first lien HELOC that you would like me to address or do a video on. But otherwise, I will look forward to talking to you guys in a video soon, and I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day and rest of the week.